Good evening, and tonight I was going to talk about my exercise thing, but that's for another day. And I will just say that doing a video almost every night in November was quite difficult, and I can see why some people just do it once a week or twice a week for YouTube. So yeah, I'll be going back to that. um, and I've got a choice of 3 songs for my next crappy cover. Um, it's going to be Christmas themed because it's Christmas in just over a week. So tonight I will be talking about how the British public clapped every Thursday night for the NHS. And, yes, we do need to celebrate the NHS, but we also need to celebrate everyone else who was working during that time as well. Because highlighting the NHS does bring in a lot of questions about why those nurses are not paid as much as they should be, and how overworked everyone in any hospital is. But we also need to think about the other people that were working all the way through the rest of the lockdowns. And one lot of people was the workers in the supermarkets, because they had to keep going to work, even though there was this virus going around. And yes, there were some people that did have to go off because of being ill, but they all just carried on working, and they turned up every day for their shifts, and they still did all their work, and they carried on, and they're still carrying on now. Even though we've got all these other variants around, and it's amazing how much they've been able to do. Even with the toilet roll crisis, where everyone was buying toilet rolls all the time, and even with all of the TikTok trends like beansing certain driveways or cars because teenagers were throwing cans of beans around for some reason. And with the things that where people are panic buying, the shop workers in the supermarkets and all the other shops where you can buy food and other things are still there. They're still working, and it's amazing that they are, because they could have easily just been like, nope, when we're in a lockdown, let's not have anyone in. But they kept their doors open. They kept on having people come in. They kept on having people not following the rules that the government laid out, and we still have lots of people not following the rules, and the shop workers are still at it. They're still working. And the next lot of people that I'm going to talk about are the delivery drivers, because they've done they've done so much work as well, and with all the troubles that we've had with Brexit as well, um, they've carried on. There's places that have had to recruit more drivers and increase their salaries to encourage people to go work them. Um, and and I just think people who have been working all the way through the crises that we've had in the last few years and before that, are just amazing that they've just been able to carry on, and that they've been getting up every day for their work. Um, they've been there every time they needed to be, and we really need to celebrate the people who did work all the way through, because yes, the NHS carried on, and yes, they were having to deal with lots of people being ill, but we also need to celebrate the people who didn't have to carry on, who did carry on because the general public needed them to. So I applaud all of the NHS workers who did amazingly to get us through this hard time, and we're still going through it as well. And I applaud all of the shop workers who carried on as well and have been dealing with lots of rushes of people overbuying things when they didn't need to at all. And I applaud all of the delivery drivers as well, who have been going around the whole country and beyond to deliver things that needed to get places. And I'm being very vague, but I need to because I don't have the specifics. So, well done, everyone. I'm not going to clap my normal clap because that's very loud. So, well done, and keep carrying on.